TikTok just released a massive algorithm change that completely adjusts how you should be editing your content, what kind of content you should be creating, and 3 other things you need to make sure that you do every single time that you post if you want to skyrocket your reach right now. And if you're stuck right now at low views on TikTok, it's probably just because you're violating one of these rules, but don't worry, by the end of this video, you're gonna know everything that you need to change. In fact, I just helped this creator implement these changes and gain over 300,000 followers, and this creator over 500,000 followers, and now both of them make a full-time living simply by uploading on TikTok. And if you implement the things I share with you in this video, the same exact thing can happen to you too. Change number 1 is you need to start putting in way less effort when it comes to editing your content on TikTok. If you are over editing your content, it's probably one of the reasons that 1, you're not putting out enough content, 2, you're just putting out the wrong type of content, and 3, that the audience isn't actually engaging with your stuff. Here's how I would begin to edit your content instead. So what you want to begin to do is begin creating content like what I'm creating on this page right here. I've gained almost 36,000 subscribers in literally just a few weeks, and these posts take me just a few seconds to make. In fact, this one right here got over 1.1 million views. Now, the way that I'm actually doing this is I'm creating videos on TikTok app itself, and then you click on this button right here, and this allows you to very easily be able to edit things. All you want to do is take the beginning and the end off of things so that you can actually go through and get rid of all the silences. You want to add a little bit of text on here, and then in addition to that, maybe add some effects, overlays, or filters and come over and adjust different things. But that is really all the editing that you should be doing on TikTok. And what you want to be aiming for is content that has a cut every few seconds. As you can see right here, this is literally just a 17-second video, but I filmed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different clips. Now, the reason that I filmed so many different clips is because that's what people actually want to see. They want to see a new clip every few seconds, and they don't really care about you spending hours and hours and hours editing stuff in CapCut. What they really just want to see is that you edited it straight from the TikTok app, put it out there, and then it's actually holding people's attention. Change number 2 is that TikTok has completely changed what kind of topics they actually push out, and I cannot emphasize this enough. This is by far the most important thing when it comes to this current TikTok algorithm. TikTok doesn't care how long you spend editing your content. They don't care how much effort you put into their content. What they really care about is that the thing that you are posting about, the topic that is showing up in the hook of your video, in the description of your video, in the transcript of your video, is something that people have interacted with in the last 72 hours, and it's easier than ever before for you actually to be able to check this. So here's how you're actually gonna find exactly what is trending on TikTok. The first thing that you could do is you could come over to TikTok and you could start to actually do searches for things. For example, let's say you're a stay-at-home mom. You do a post like this. This is then going to reveal to you a bunch of different trends. For example, the clean with me trend. Or this one right here, which is a joke back and forth where this creator is just going back and forth with themselves. And if you scroll down, what you're going to notice is there are a bunch of posts under here that have gone viral. This post, mega viral. This post went viral. This post doing pretty well. There are a bunch of different posts that are recent that are doing really well. So this is going to reveal to you all the different creators that are going viral here. And what I would strongly suggest that you do is make a competitor tracker list where you actually go through, have all your different competitors so that you don't have to go through and search for them every day. Instead, you just wake up in the morning, you check what everybody else is doing, see what trends are working, see what formats are working, see what sounds are working, and you begin to implement that into your content. Please do not think of this as copying. It's not what it is. But what it actually is that TikTok only wants to push out content about topics people actually care about. It doesn't matter what kind of niche you're in. TikTok right now kind of works like the news. I want you to think about it like this. You could turn on every news station. There are tons of them. If you turn them all on, I guarantee they're all talking about the same thing, but they're all talking about it from a different lens, or they're talking about it a different way. That's exactly what's happening on TikTok. What you're gonna notice, all the creators in your niche that are growing the fastest are all making posts about the same thing or in the same format, but they're all adding their own flair or their own gist to whatever it is, and that's what actually makes the difference. Now, let's say that you do a search for something. For example, I'm gonna type in boy mom, and I haven't done this before, but maybe nothing shows up. So as we can see here, this right here would be a bad example of something you wanna post about. We can see that this post, a few weeks old. This post, few weeks old. This post over a month old, few weeks old, few weeks old. So what does that actually mean? It means that this isn't something TikTok is currently pushing out. Now, if this was really a topic you wanted to do something about, you could come over here and look at the other stuff that people have searched for, because trust me, just a one word difference in the search actually drastically changes the results that you get. So you could go through, you can actually look at these and see if there were other ones that actually had trending posts under them, or if you come back over here, you will see a bunch of other things that show up over here. For example, we'll do boy mom versus girl mom. And as we can see, still nothing trending over here. So maybe boy or girl mom, again, nothing trending over here. So what you're going to want to do is keep going back and forth and actually find what is trending, because what you want to look for is what TikTok is actually pushing out, so you don't waste your time creating content that nobody actually wants to see. Now, on top of that, what you need to make sure that you're doing is taking multiple stabs. When you find a topic that is doing really well in your niche, ideally, you should be creating 2 or 3 videos about it. In fact, I have a client that is doing this like crazy right now, uploading to 3 different accounts, and it's allowing him to make an insane amount of money from TikTok. Check this out. Now this right here is literally a perfect example of this. If we come over here and type in Dr. Jones, what we're going to notice is that there are several different accounts. There's this account right here, 270,000 followers. And if we come back over here, we can see that there's also this account right here that has 200,000 followers. And what you're going to notice is that he has posts that are going viral on this account. He also has posts that are going viral on this account if we refresh it. And what you're going to notice is it's the same topics a lot of time that are actually causing these individual pages to go viral. Now, some of his posts do fine. Other posts end up going viral. What you notice is that he's able to actually put out way more content than you would think and go viral way more often, because he posts about the same topic in several different ways and several different formats. Now, change number 3 is that TikTok cares about your metadata, aka what's showing up in your description or what's showing up in your hashtags, and 2 other locations more than ever before. And lucky for you, today's video sponsor Metricool makes it incredibly easy for you to guarantee that you have the right metadata that increases your reach on TikTok, because they allow you to actually generate descriptions with AI, and they have a hashtag tool that allows you to do a search for whatever topic you're posting about, and it shows you the largest and best hashtags that you need to make sure that you're using. In addition to that, they let you schedule out all your content on TikTok without being penalized, and Metricool makes it incredibly easy for you to be able to reply to all your comments and DMs from one place. So if you want to save time when it comes to creating content on TikTok and you want to start to increase your reach, I'd strongly suggest you go to the pinned comment below and get started with Metricool today. In fact, if you use code Robert, you'll get 30 days free access to any of their premium plans. Check it out now. Now, there's 2 other types of metadata that TikTok really cares about, in addition to your description and your hashtags, are going to be 1, the text that you have on the screen in the first 3 seconds, and the voiceover of your video. In fact, you need to make sure that in those 2 placements, you have whatever keywords your video is actually about. And if you look at your competitors' videos, aka the videos that you found in step number 2, when you're doing searches for topics, you were going to notice that they probably have those keywords in their voiceover. They have them in their hashtags, they have them in their descriptions, and they have them on text on the screen, because what this does makes it incredibly easy for the TikTok algorithm to understand exactly who to show your content to. Now, change number 4 is you need to switch up the type of music that you're currently using on TikTok. You need to make sure that you're doing one of 2 things. 1, you need to make sure that whatever music you're using is something that has helped another creator in your niche go viral. The way that you're going to figure this out is you're going to look at other popular creators within your niche. You're going to see what kind of content they're creating. You're going to recreate one of their posts, and you are going to use that same exact sound. Or the second thing that you could do is make sure that whatever sound you're using, if you actually click into it, that all the other videos that show up look like exactly what you're creating. And if you're struggling with coming up with trending sounds on TikTok, here's where you could find them. So what you're going to want to do is open up TikTok and begin scrolling. What you're going to look for is you're going to look for a post that actually has music on it. If you then click into this, what you're going to be able to do is see exactly what other posts have been used on here to see what topics, what formats, what trends are actually working. Or if you come up to the top right-hand corner, you're going to see music charts. This is going to show you the top 50 songs on TikTok and the most viral 50 songs on TikTok. And you looking at this chart and studying this chart and looking what kind of formats and what kind of topics are actually trending under each one of these sounds is going to reveal to you exactly what sounds and what songs you should be using on TikTok. Now, if you have a business account, this is going to significantly limit your ability to actually find the right songs and the right sounds on TikTok, because businesses have way less access to a bunch of different songs and a bunch of different sounds. So if you want to grow the fastest on TikTok, I would strongly suggest that you don't have a business page and instead are using those trending sounds, because I've seen trending sounds take creators from struggling to grow to gaining millions of followers in not that long of a period of time. Now, the last and final change that you need to be making is that ideally you're posting anywhere from 1 to 3 times a day on TikTok. I cannot emphasize how important this is. If you take a few days off of TikTok or longer than that, it's going to decrease the odds that you continue to get reach on TikTok. Why is that? Because the creators that are growing the fastest on TikTok are posting the most frequently. Now, obviously, you don't want to post 20 times a day. You don't want to post 10 times a day. And I guarantee you probably don't have time to even be able to do that if you wanted to. So simply just focus on 1 to 3 posts every single day and making sure that those posts are actually about whatever is trending. And please, once you have something begin to work, you need to make sure that you turn it into a series, and you need to make sure that you make several posts about that same exact topic. The biggest mistake that I see so many small creators make is that they have one post do good. Maybe it's getting 1,000 views, 10,000 views, 100,000 views, and then after that, they just start posting other stuff. They just start posting about other topics, and they never actually build any momentum with an audience on TikTok or with the TikTok algorithm itself, and that's why you're struggling to grow right now. And if you want to stop struggling to grow on TikTok and you finally want to get monetized the same exact way that I helped this creator skyrocket their growth and this creator skyrocket their growth, well, please, watch this video right here that walks you through the 3 different ways that we can work together one-on-one so I can guarantee you get more followers, get more views, and ultimately get monetized on TikTok. I'll see you over there.